27 reasons you love GTA Online, let's go. Missile lock-on jammers. Rockstar finally became self-aware and realized oppressor griefers were just too powerful. Missile lock-on jammers for the new DLC cars are another reason we love our boy Franklin. Not only did he give us oppressor prevention, but we get to wake up next to Chop. I could end the video here. What else could you ever want to love about GTA Online? The addiction of grinding money. Get that sense of hard work from hustling money to buy your first business, to then continue investing money into the right businesses and vehicles to make sure you get the most money you can. You get that dopamine reward from your hard work of building your character from scratch to become a criminal mastermind. With collections of cars and more sales of drugs, to the point Netflix are already banned the rights to record a series of Narcos on you. You achieve the life you want with more love for the mansions and garages than Forrest Gump's mum had for chocolate. The more money you earn, the more you want to invest, and in return, the more you want to make. Let's not pretend these CEO qualities and drive for success don't transfer over to real life. Keep hustling, brother. They gave us Cayo Perico. We're all laughing our way to the bank, aren't we? About time they gave us a legit alternative to a money glitch. Easiest solo payday with the bonus Lester got replaced by a Soviet Union crackhead. Solo public lobbies exist. They may be what Rockstar like to call an exploit to their game, but it's a golden benefit to exist that any fellow grinder is spending their days in. Surprisingly not as lonely as it sounds. I guess being able to make millions without the interruption of players using a barcode gamertag is a peaceful experience. How many of you wouldn't love online if these didn't exist? You can do and be whatever you want. The biggest online sandbox game with no game-breaking glitches or faults that still gets fulfilling content to this day. Well, kind of fulfilling content to this day. 9 years later. You want to dress up as a superhero and massacre innocent people while driving a go-kart? Go right ahead there, man. Or do you feel like gambling hundreds of thousands in the hopes that you will fill that inner gambling hole in your heart that's scared to gamble any real money in fear you will fall down 20 years of selling your organs to be able to fund your addiction of betting on whether or not Chief Keef will shave off his dreadlocks? Sorry, you want to become Hugh Hefner? Well, why didn't you say so? Go for it, my friend. The simulated world is your oyster. It is visually one of the most beautiful games. Take a trip to the mountains at a perfect time of sunrise and see the landscape for the amazing view that it is. A walk down the beach to dodge the sniper bullets and experience how nice the sea flows. It's not a bad game to get stuck inside of. When's the last time you just took a trip around the map? Always something new every time you log on. Have you ever joined an active session and not had something at least a little crazy happen? I always go on to enjoy my time, driving into the Los Santos sunset with no tasks needing done, minding my own business, and 5 minutes later I'm deep into a 4-hour civil war against 2 crews, and that one low level I found out running people over does indeed do damage, with no sound at all, except from the sweat dropping off my character's left earlobe while bullets fly past me. And straight after the peace treaty is signed, I am recording a video for the channel with a smile on my face and a touch of energy in my voice to hide the horrible war crimes I just committed on players. Anyway, like I was saying, no session is the same, and that level of unknown is exciting when loading in. Strip club, strip club, strip club. Winning the podium vehicle first time. Getting that free car on your first try without having to close and restart your game 14 times to reset the spin is a true blessing. It's the little things in life that make a day brighter. Also, I think that means you're lucky, right? Go buy a lottery ticket. So much room for creativity. You can express various forms of art in this game. Take my channel for example. I'm creating content where I can use Rockstar Editor to create smooth cinematics and have GTA Online as my personal sandbox to express my creativity in forms that I can give to you as entertainment in hopes you ever learn something, put a beautiful smile on your face, or just give you another GTA YouTuber you could say you want to punch in the throat. Live your fantasy of being the guy from Saw and use Rockstar Creator to design your own death matches or races. And then those of you interested in photography, I know you're exploring the map, taking amazing shots of various scenes inside the game. I see you posting pictures on Reddit. They look amazing, man. Keep it up. The small details of humour scattered throughout the map. What about the Natsaki restaurant? You ever wanted to fine dine at a place with a logo like this? Yeah, me too. Neither of us can lie about it. Yeah. So many details I just still randomly see to this day that provide me with like a little bit of joy. It's just the small things, you know? Still finding new things. How many things do you still find to this day that make you question if it's always been there? Are you experiencing the Mandela effect? I have this about 14 times a session. It may be a sign of memory loss. Is this a cry for help to get me medical attention? Yes. Did you also know that this temple in Strawberry is for the children of the Mountain Fellowship? I literally just discovered this myself last week. I drove past this route, shooting NPCs, thinking this whole time it was just a normal, well, you know, like a Christian church, Catholic church, or I don't know. But now I feel bad for killing the people who said they didn't pray in there. We can create a custom weapon loadout. Don't ever bring me back to the times we had to carry all of our weapons at once. From me to you, how did we manage to play like that? Having no weapon loadout is more messed up than Walter White Jr. Remember browsing through every gun just to get to the right one? All while the enemy is standing face to face with you with sheer remorse because he knows the struggle. New players these days may never know the struggle. Maybe that's why the world has gone a bit soft. The feeling of communities in lobbies. I didn't enjoy Red Dead Online to its max for the fact I felt alone. As a solo player, seeing where all the other players are on the GTA map is a feeling of involvement. People having a war, go pull up. See people doing a car meet, alright, go bring your most fire piece of machinery. You see a fellow gamer at the strip club, you already know what's about to go down. We've all been there. The in-game chat on PC makes the whole experience so much better for communication, even if that means people giving abuse to each other. Be happy someone's taking the time to say your mother forged the birth certificate. That takes a few seconds to type, alright? A few seconds they're dedicated to you, my friend. The community is still growing at a fast rate. Most games lose their active players a few years after release, some of them even a few months. While GTA Online is doing better than ever, this can be your drive to grind out the game and answer any new player questions of whether it's worth starting now, of course. GTA Online is not going anywhere anytime soon, it's literally just began. The GTA Online subreddit shows that a great community is still there, but just be sure not to mention you enjoy PvP or a few thousand downvotes will be on you quicker than you can read the script to Wally. Amazing system for car lovers. Rockstar being the company that made the Midnight Club game, no surprise they managed to make cars such an amazing part of GTA Online. I'm talking a world where they didn't make any more Fast and Furious movies after the first three. Perfect, right? The customization options, the amount of car meets happening, how good drifting feels, and in general the vast majority of various car types you can collect, with a lot of them sounding so good. I'm not saying it's the best it could be, but for an open world game that isn't actually like a main focused racing game, it's very impressive. I wish they'd add a mechanic DLC to let us build our own cars from scratch. We can get high, yes, high, we can high. The radio stations have some of the greatest music. I wish I could play some for you right now, but copyright hits harder than Mike Tyson in his prime. You know what songs I'm talking about though, don't you? That Mexican song from East Lost FM. I haven't found a better song than that to this day. The world was debating whether Kanye or Drake's album was better, but they're listening to the wrong audio art. That Mexican song is an absolute banger and I want to play it at every club. Rockstar also still adds new songs, which is a love factor. I seen new Chief Keef songs come on and didn't leave my car for 30 minutes. Music is life. PvP is actually enjoyable. Before you put me on the witch trials and judge what I just said, let me explain. Whether we admit it or not, right? Once you get past the griefers and over the top tryhards, online is actually a good game for PvP when each player is willing to fight each other. Nothing better than having a crew war against another crew, all out war, attack choppers, rifles coming from every corner. It's literally modern day Vietnam but without the tunnels. Do admit, like, the auto aim takes away a massive factor of skill needed, but that doesn't take away the enjoyment of having a fair fight, as well as your PvP skill being another part of your online life that you can hustle to improve. Imagine a world where they add nuclear warfare to online. PvP would not be in this video if that was the case. Playing with friends is a level of fun that's hard to achieve anywhere else. We all know that feeling of endlessly laughing at our most random situation that can happen in this game. Get a few friends and race up Mount Chiliad using dirtbags. I promise you it'll be a memory worth remembering, while you speed up hills, bumping each other off cliffs. I struggle to find any other games besides old school Call of Duty that offer so much opportunity for natural laughter. That in itself is worth every penny. Saying this one made me miss having a crew to play with. This solo life gets lonely, you know. The Mandalorian found this out before me. I'll have a crew force all to be a part of soon though. The ability to have saved outfits. This feature makes the whole experience of online so much more enjoyable without breaking that level of immersion we all need. Switch between a respectable businessman to a grief and hungry crack rock spending their nights begging Rockstar for money glitches. Save outfits for any occasion, which from a content creator this makes the process of certain videos so much easier. Remember the good old days of going to the clothing stores every time you wanted to change an outfit? I'm curious what your favourite outfit is, you know. Send me a tweet to my Twitter if you want any excuse to flex your character. It has unrealistic flight mechanics that manage to make it more fun. You want to recreate the disappearance of the Boeing 777 in hopes to find out what happened? Go play Flight Simulator, buddy. You want to fly a fighter jet with one wing while still managing to land safely back in your hangar? Welcome to GTA Online, you are a home, my friend. The unrealistic flying makes it an enjoyable part of online. You have the freedom to fly wherever you want at any speed with no big limitations of realism to do whatever you want. Yes, I know what you're thinking. Yes, I have also done that. We shall never speak of this again. The option to hide jobs, missions and races off the map. New players may not know why this is such a big reason to love GTA Online, but let me show you. The map is absolutely flooded with activities that make it impossible to see anything useful. When you walk on these markers too, it used to automatically put you into the activity lobby without asking. Countless times I used to accidentally do this. Then Rockstar added hide options and sweet mama! Does it feel like heaven's gates have just opened? Visual satisfaction is just enough to turn Scarface sober. It isn't mentally exhausting or require hard work to be enjoyable. You can play without having to be a mental strain compared to a lot of games nowadays. It's always such a game you can just always rely to fall back on when you're bored or want to break from reality to become your fantasy criminal self. We've all been there. I binge watched Narcos and attempted to learn Spanish. I kid you not, if I had successfully learned Spanish, would I be making content right now? Yeah, but it would be more of the type of content that is appreciated by your nose. Ujavi had tiempo. I'm pretty sure I butchered that so much. It's pretty much Spanish for there's still time. I thought it would sound pretty badass, but I can't pronounce it, so I have to explain it. Now it's just weird. Ujavi had tiempo. The BMX is hours of fun. When's the last time you brought out the BMX? Probably not in a long time, because me too, but I always forget it's there. But then you realize you want to make a compilation of bike stunts. It really is so much fun looking for different spots to perform tricks on, starting at the skate park and making your way to unique spots, discovering the whole world of BMXing like you're doing an episode of Heist. Simple yet fun type of enjoyment, both solo and with friends. Trust me, we need a BMX DLC added ASAP Rocky, so we can have in-depth customization, a story of becoming the best biker online. So much potential for this game, it honestly excites me so much, but whether or not Rockstar will really capitalize on that, we'll see. Stunts are very possible and impressive to watch. The overseer of online stunts is the YouTuber Red Keenan. Wherever he is, I hope he knows the impact he left on the stunt community. I mean, the amount of stunt possibilities are endless, and it doesn't need to be insane to be a good stunt. I still jump my Batty 801 over random walls just to see how far I can go. Falls back into the beauty of freedom online has. Who doesn't love doing stunts? And did somebody say a Jackass DLC? You don't have to use hashtag #SaveGTA Online. Done.